Hello class, in this exercise we are going to make the gears in Solidworks. We will actually see how can we use the Solidworks toolbox to make a gear, and that will be in chapter 10 of your book. And we are going to start by actually making a gear setup and we are talking about the gear terminology. So if you go on your page 640, we have a major gear terminology, the diameters and other parameters of the gear defined. So, the SolidWorks toolbox generates for you the gear as a part using the informations you provided. So, like the pitch diameter, like the diameter pitch, module of the gear, what is the pitch diameter divided by number of teeth, you know, circular pitch, preferred pitch, center distance between the two, and so on. So, we are not going in this class to discuss in details the gears, because that's the subject of the machine design class, but we are going to see how actually we can generate a gear inside SolidWorks, and secondly, we are going to then see how can we actually pick up some of the existing gear from some of the manufacturing catalogs. So if we go to the page 642, we need to make like the plate with the two holes, and then we need to make the pin and to make an assembly onto which we will bring the gear. The assembly, the gears are always brought in assembly modes from the toolbox, and they are generated as a toolbox component. So to make this plate, we are going to make a single sketch. Of the rectangle. In this case will be a 5 by 4. 5 by 4. We are going to extrude this plate. Going to extrude the plate for 0.5, and we are going to bring two holes where we are going to place the pins. Now to bring the holes, we will use the hole wizard. I don't know, this camera is scared of the wolf. And it will be a straight through hole for the double size. And this will be a 0.5. One half of the inch. And we are going to position the hole. And we are going to put the distance between the left edge and the first hole. This one should be a 1 inch, and from the top edge should be a 2 inches. Now we are going to make the two holes to be a coincidental, according to our drawing, to be, in a horizontal relationship, and the distance between the two to be 1.875 between those two lines. We copy. I will save this as a gear plate. Now I'm going to make a new part which will be a pin. And pin is going to be a 1.5 or shaft long. I will make a center line. For 1.5. Diameter 0.5. And I'm going to revolve the sketch. And we are going to make the two chambers. So and 0.06 times 45 at the 2 inches. And I will call this one gear shaft. Now I will make a new assembly. Where I'm going to insert the gear plate as a base component. And I'm going to insert two shafts. So, going to make the shafts concentric. And I'm also going to make them to be coincidental with the bottom of the plate. Finally, I'm now going to start generating the toolbox. I'm going to start the first gear, have a pitch of 24, diametral pitch, has number of teeth 30, face thickness of 50, bore of 50, and hub of 1, and hub height 0.5, and pressure angle of 20. All what we have to do, click on a design library, click on a toolbox, and inch, go down to the gears under power transmission, gears, and we will choose in this case the spur gear. Going to bring the spur gear in and drop it somewhere here. And now I'm going to edit the spur gear. Diametral pitch is 24. Number of teeth is 30. And look how the gear changed itself. Pressure angle is 20. Face thickness is 0.5. Bore hub diameter is a 0.1. No, 1.0. Hub height is 0.5. Nominal shaft diameter is going to be a 0.5. How? And let's see where is the short teeth 30. So we want and we can choose that to be on the both sides. Keywise, we are going to use known and nominal shaft diameter 1.5. Let's see why it is not working. Length 0.4. There it is. Click OK. Look how easy it was to generate that gear. Now the gear 2 will have the gear 1 we are going now to make here. And I'm going to counter align it. And I'm also going to make it to be concentric. And look, where is my gear 1? It's free to rotate. Now I'm going to make a gear through on the different here, in this shaft. To bring the gear 2, I'm going to bring the spur gear in again. And I'm just going to type in the different diametral pitch 24. Number of teeth will be now 60. So it will be 1/2 ratio. Face thickness 0.5. Everything else we will keep the same. Click OK. Click Escape. Going to make to be a coincidental with the plate. Not opposite. Alignment, click OK, and finally going to make this to be concentric. Click OK. And here is my second gear. As you can see, those gears are kind of, we will mesh them manually, what means to get them in between, but they still don't push each other. This is not in a book. So to make these two gears to work together, we will need to make them together as a gear. What will be a mechanical mate? Mechanical mate of the gear. Ratios of the gear is going to be the 1/2. So we are going to make the one circular joint, diameter 1, with another. And you see that it is automatically chosen what are the ratio. Click OK, click OK. And now let's move one of the gear and look what happened. The gears are now intermeshed and they actually work as a gearbox. So we have a reduction. The small wheel needs to turn like 2 times around for the big wheel, for the big gear to turn once. And this concludes this demonstration. Happy Halloween!